the eloquency of the depth of the beauty of the Arabic, grammatically and nahu, sarf, and everything, the way it goes, and balagha, isti'ara makniya, and all the beauty of the Arabic, which is in the Quran, in the poetry, how it has been said. It cannot be the words of a human being. So they could understand it. So when the ayahs started revealing one by one, when the first one it was came, Inna a'tinaka al-kawthar, one of the mu'allaqa, it was taken down. They don't accept the Quran, they don't accept that there is only one Allah, they don't accept in Islam. But the Quran was such beautiful in poetry that they had to take out the other poetry and put the Quran instead of them. First, Inna a'tinaka al-kawthar, then different ayahs, to such an extent that all the poetry was taken out and only the Quran was there. So this was the time of poetry. In return, Allah SWT gave the Prophet ﷺ Quran. And he was not illiterate. He was not literate before that. مَا كُنْتَ تَتْلُو مِنْ كِتَابٍ, that مَا كُنْتَ تَخُطُّهُ بِيَمِينِهِ, that the Prophet ﷺ was not literate before. And then suddenly he got the prophethood and he came with the Quran. So they accepted that it could not be the talk of a human being, but because of arrogance, they didn't want to accept the Islam. So that's how, according to that era, Quran was given, because it goes at the end poetic manner. وَالنَّجْمِ إِذَا هَوَى مَا ضَلَّ صَاحِبُكُمْ وَمَا غَوَى وَمَا يَنطِقُ عَنِ الْهَوَى أَوَى وَا 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 وَا, like it is going in a rhythm, like in a poetic manner. So the Quran was given, and it was given a challenge to the entire mankind to make something like Quran, and you will not be able to make it like that. They were not able to make it. Then the next challenge was make some chapter, some surah like Quran. فَأْتُوا بِسُورَةٍ مِّن مِثْلِهِ. Then they were not able to make any surah like the Quran. Then the third challenge was given to the mankind. فَأْتُوا بِآيَةٍ مِّن مِثْلِهِ. Make or bring some ayah which is similar to the Quran. But they were not able to make any ayah. So this was the time when the Quran was given. So then people started becoming Muslims, and slowly started coming to Islam when they were listening to the Quran. So that's why they said to the Prophet ﷺ, Sha'ir al-Majnoon. Ali'adhu billah. They were saying that the Prophet ﷺ is a magician or a sha'ir. So once the Prophet ﷺ was reciting Quran in the Salah, and Umar radhiyallahu anhu, he heard the Prophet ﷺ reading the Quran. Then he heard and he saw, and he heard that, he said, oh, what an eloquent poet, that he is saying such a great poetry. And then the Prophet ﷺ read the Quran. وَمَا هُوَ بِقَوْلِ شَاعِرٍ قَلِيلًا مَا تُؤْمِنُونَ. It is not the words of a sha'ir. Very few believe in that. And he was reciting in Surah Qalam. As soon as he heard that, he said, oh, he is such a great kahin. Kahin means he came to know what is inside my heart. I didn't even utter those words. I have said it in my heart that he is such a great poet. And he heard that, and he's saying that it is not the words of a sha'ir. Then he must be a great kahin. Kahin is like a magician who would know unknown things. Then the Prophet read the next ayah of the surah, وَلَا بِقَوْلِ كَاهِن. It is not the words of a kahin. قَلِيلًا مَا تَذَكَّرُونَ تَنزِيلٌ مِّن رَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ. It is a revelation from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is a mu'jiza, but it's about the Quran. And one of the people, his name was Walid ibn Mughira. He was the most eloquent person of that time. And all the Arabs, they gathered to him because the people started coming into Islam slowly. So what they did, they gave a lot of money to the person who was the most eloquent of that time. His name was Walid ibn Mughira, known as Abul Walid. So they gave him lots of money, and they said that go and talk with the Prophet ﷺ to stop spreading Islam, because people are getting into Islam, and stop him from doing that. So he went and talked to him, and he tried his best. It's a long story, to cut it short. Then he said, Anta khairun am Abdullah, Anta khairun am Abdul Muttalib. He asked questions that, who are you better, or your father was better, or your grandfather was better? He asked many questions. Then in return, the Prophet ﷺ recited Surah Fussilat, Hamim Tanzilun min ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Kitabun Fussilat ayatuhu Qur'anan Arabiyya liqawmi ya'lamun, Bashiran wa nadira fa'a'ra aktharun fahum la yasma'un. Then he read the ayah, and he reached to the ayah, فإن أعرضوا فقل أنذرتكم صاعقة مثل صاعقة عاد وثمود. He reached to the ayah that Walid ibn Mughira al-Walid, he was leaning on the wall back and listening to the Prophet. When the Prophet reached the ayah that if you deny the Quran, then I warn you the punishment which came to the nation of Ad and Thamud. As soon as he heard that, he jumped from the wall and he put his hand on the mouth of the Prophet ﷺ, and he said that I give you the request, please do not utter any other word. Because they knew that whatever the Prophet ﷺ would say, it is true. He was known as his truth. They never experienced any lie from him. So he said that please do not say any other word. Then he came back and his face, it turned pale, and he came with a different face. And he said to the people of the Quraysh, I do not know what he recited and what he said, but he said that إِنَّهُ يَعْلُو وَلَا يُعْلَى إِنَّهُ لَحَلَاوَةٌ وَإِنَّ عَلَيْهِ لَطَلَاوَةٌ وَإِنَّهُ أَعْلَاهُ لَمُثْمِرٌ وَإِنَّ أَسْفَلَهُ لَمُغْدِرٌ وَإِنَّهُ يَعْلُو وَلَا يُعْلَى. That he said that I don't know nothing what he said that, but I except know that it keeps on, it gives you like a magic. It is such a great thing. It is most eloquent thing. I have never heard anything such than that. And I don't understand what he said. Just that I came to know that whatever he is doing, let him do it. If you come in his way, you will be destroyed. And he will get the kingdom of the Arabs. And he will be the leader of the Arabs and of the whole world. Just let him do, don't come in his way. So they started saying to him that he left his religion. So this is what happened when he heard the Quran. He had a lot of effect, that even his heart took effect when he heard the Quran, the meaning of the Quran. When he heard, his heart also was affected. But it is very sorry to say now, we listen to the Quran, but our heart does not take effect. We do not take the effect from the Quran. The non-Muslim also, they used to take the effect from the Quran. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says to us, أَفَلَا يَتَدَبَّرُونَ الْقُرْآنَ أَمْ عَلَى قُلُوبٍ أَقْفَالُهَا. Why don't you ponder the Quran? Do you have locks in your Quran? Have you got locks in your Quran? كِتَابًا أَنزَلْنَاهُ إِلَيْكَ لِيَدَّبَّرُوا آيَاتِهِ. That we have revealed the Quran so it could be reflected upon, thought upon, ponder upon. This is the book has been given to us, so we should ponder on this Quran. We should reflect. What is the deep meaning? What does it say? What does it tell us? What is the motto behind this Quran? So this is the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed, لِيَدَّبَّرُوا آيَاتِ. So we could ponder. وَلِيَتَذَكَّرَ أُولُو الْأَلْبَابِ. And those who have the intellectual, they will take science from it. They will understand it. And Allama Zamakhshari, one of the scholars, he says, if the Quran had any title or any topic, the verse of Surah Ibrahim, the last ayah of the Surah Ibrahim, that would be the title of the Quran. The Quran does not have any title. It does not have, like books has title. Many books have title, but the Quran does not have title. If the Quran had any title, the last verse of Surah Ibrahim would have been the title of the Quran. That's what he said there. What does it say? هَذَا بَلَاغٌ لِلنَّاسِ. This Quran is a complete message to the entire mankind. وَلِيُنْذَرُوا بِهِ. And so they could be warned through this Quran. وَلِيَعْلَمُوا أَنَّمَا هُوَ إِلَهٌ وَاحِدٌ. And the people know that there is only one Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَلِيَتَذَكَّرَ أُولُو الْأَلْبَابِ. And those who are intellectual, they take science from this. They understand from this Quran. They ponder this Quran. So this is the Quran which has been revealed to this ummah, so it could be read and understood and applied on their daily life and acted upon it. Then, so we should act upon in this Quran. Many people, they have like most of us, they have stopped pondering. Now people has left the Quran. The ummah has left the Quran. Like the Shair, he says, one of the Urdu poet, Allama Iqbal, he says this, हम ख्वार हुए तारिक कुरान होकर. What is the first one? I just forgot. Just remember it right now.
वो ज़माने में मुअज़्ज़ज़ थे मुसलमान होकर और हम ख्वार हुए तारिक कुरान.
वो ज़माने में मुअज़्ज़ज़ थे मुसलमान होकर Ham dunya mein khar hai tarik ke Quran honka. What does that mean? That they were respectful. They were respectful due to becoming a Muslim, and they reached a great honor. But we degraded and we left our honor due to leaving the Quran. إن هذا القرآن إن هذا إن هذا الأمة اتخذوا هذا القرآن مهجورا. That they left this Quran. That's what it is. The explanation. This Shair, there was the very famous poet in Pakistan and in India and Pakistan. His name was Allama Iqbal. It is what is the ayah and the hadith says. The hadith says that إن الله لا يضع به أقواما ويضع بها آخرين. Through this Quran, Allah will elevate a nation, and through this Quran, many people will be humiliated or degraded, disrespected. Once Umar radiallahu anh, he had many people